Back again, here we are, and our next guest is Rachel Carpenter, and she's working on a very, very interesting thing. And hi, Rachel.
Nice to meet you, Carol.
Tell me about this. I'm seeing all these really darling little things you've got here. What are you up to?
I am working on making a children's activity nativity. I had an idea. I make these. I cut these little things out. Initially, I was making turkeys, and I use the scraps from IdeaWorks scrap bin. If you don't know about IdeaWorks, it's a really wonderful local group. It's kind of like a gym, but it's instead of gym equipment, you're using tools. They have a complete wood shop, a complete metal shop. They have a welding shop. They have got a ceramic shop. They also have theme nights where from 5 to 8. Whatever topic is being featured that time is free for the public to come and join.
Wow.
An example of a theme would be Sawdust Sundays, Metal Mondays, Tech Tuesdays, Woolly Wednesdays, 3D Thursday, and Fantasy Friday. And they have Sumo Bot Saturdays too.
Wow.
I'm with the Woolly groups, but I'm also because I'm a member. I also go into the wood shop, and so in the wood shop, I have these little just scraps of wood, and I've drawn what I call little potato people onto them, and then I use the scroll saw or the band saw, and I cut them out, and then I decide what I'm going to do with them. And specifically for this one, I decided to make a nativity. And so depending on, you'll notice that there's a couple different colors, and I double check because I want to make sure I had the proper colors. And traditionally, I have always seen Mary in blue, and so I double checked that. And turns out that iconically in Orthodox Christian religion, Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus all have halos, but in the Protestant religion, they don't. Only the baby Jesus has a halo. So I have Protestant Marys and Catholic Marys, or Orthodox Marys, and so I paint each one of the little figurines,
adorable.
And I was having fun because Joseph is the same, and regardless of each one, but I'll have to show you. So. Iconically, if Mary's wearing white, then she has a blue overvestment. And so my name is Rachel Ann Carpenter, and so tongue-in-cheek, I sign every little piece. I don't know if you can see, and it says Rachel A. Carpenter. So it's a little tongue-in-cheek.
A Carpenter.
Yeah, and then so once they're finished, I'll give you an example of a finished one. Each of the pieces, we have Joseph, and he's got a little crocheted outer vestment. Oops, sorry. There we go. Crocheted outer vestment, and you can take the little outer vestment off and put it back on. This is a children's nativity, so it is meant to be played with. And we have the baby Jesus right there, and he's got his little swaddling clothes, and you can, I actually designed these little mangers to be used with the little coffee stir sticks.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what's on the side. And then, so here we have Mary, and her outer vestment comes off also. But I've made it so that the little baby Jesus also fits within the outer vestment.
Oh, my God.
So you can see that she's, oops, there we go.
Fantastic.
So she's holding the baby Jesus. And so this is the starter kit, I would call it. And I also have designed a popsicle creche. So it's using popsicle sticks, and it fits the Holy Family. And then I also have animals, of course, because you have to have those.
Good.
And so I have the ram right there, and I have the cow. And again, every piece is signed. The cows I thought were fun because I've made the tail separate. And let's see.
Now, are these ready to go? I mean, for sale?
They are ready to go for sale. I have, if you wanted to buy something like the arch with the star and stuff like that, I have lots and lots of stars. The stars are all all decorated, and they're ready to be hung. But if you wanted to buy the arch, then you'd have to special order that. It's gold foiled. It takes quite a bit of time to do that. And like I said, every piece is signed. So here's the donkey. I wrapped them all up.
Well, that's the best way to keep them. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's got a tail.
Yeah, everybody's got a tail. Let's see. Oh, and I have shepherds. So, of course, you have to have the shepherds.
Can't have the animal without the shepherds.
So there's the shepherds. I have not crocheted an outer vestment for them. I am contemplating, because I have the Woolly Wednesday group, and the girls have been very sweet and kind, and we get fleeces donated to us because we're spinners, weavers, crocheters, and knitters, and so this is one of my favorites. I call him Bim Baba, and my signature is my initials. It looks like a little tail on the back. So, and Bim Baba is also featured in my Drummer Boy set. I did not bring my Drummer Boy set, but I have the Drummer Boy with his drum. I have a camel and a donkey and Bim Baba. And if you know the story of the Drummer Boy, the Bim Baba got hurt, and the Drummer Boy was upset. So the baby Jesus actually healed Bim Baba. So that's kind of what I've got going here. But everything, I've got all of the Marys. They depending on the child. I have brown, brunette, blonde, and strawberry blonde, and they come in the white with a blue outer vestment. They come with a light blue with a pink outer vestment. The dark blue is a burgundy outer vestment, and let me see. I have.
And
one more color.
So they would buy the whole set,
actually,
but they'd have to order that, right?
Well, the Mary, Joseph, and Jesus is the what I call the starter set, and depending on which animals you want, whether you want a sheep or the donkey and the cow and the sheep are all sold individually. So this is the third color of Mary, and she's pink with a purple outer vestment.
Oh,
and
it's beautiful.
She ended up, because traditionally pink is a color that Mary will wear. But she ended up with a purple outer vestment, even though it's considered to be the color of the Empress, the purple, because I think little girls like pink and purple.
I think so.
So I did the traditional iconic colors, and then I did pink and purple.
Oh my gosh, it's so
but
charming.
I had fun. I had so much fun playing with it.
Well, I bet the kids have fun.
I definitely can see, children having a lot of fun playing with them.
Yeah, because they could have the shepherds coming in, and
I have the three kings. And again, every piece is hand painted by me. Each of the crocheted items are hand crocheted by me. This is Gasper. He's the elder king.
Oh, and look at the little crown.
Melchior. And then we have
and
Balthazar.
They're all rich. Oh, I love that top, that
has
hat.
This little turban with his feather.
Oh my gosh, they are so charming.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, I just love them. If I had a child, I'd buy one.
Well, when my son was young, I went to like Cost Plus Imports and bought a bunch of nativity figurines, and we didn't have any creche for it. Mm-hmm. So we made a popsicle stick creche for it. And I remember that activity was so much fun for the both of us that I thought, well, wouldn't that be fun, with everything that I'm making, to make it so that children would have an activity with the nativity.
Yes.
So it's part of learning to, follow directions on the it's very, I should have brought that, the directions for the creche. Oh. But each of the, there goes my phone. I just had a lot of fun coming up with the figurines. Little Drummer Boy was a lot of fun too. Okay. So
we're getting background music.
Yeah, we have a little background music. But again, I've gold foiled a halo onto the the Josephs. I also have angels. I did not bring any angels.
Oh, my
and the
gosh.
angels' wings are crocheted, so they have like a netting above, and then little, I guess, rows of feathers, but they're crocheted. They're not really feathers. But it looks like a heart that's behind the little, the little angels.
neat.
They're wearing white, and I've got all gold embellishments on the angels. So.
Now, how do they buy these? Because I'm sure people out there seeing this are going to want to buy these.
I live at Glen Agnes, which is
Oh.
which is a senior and a handicap facility, and so you can give me a call. My number is 287-1141, and I can let you look at them much closer, and also, you can decide if you want a very specific color combination. I have the iconic colors, but I'm more than happy to personalize it to, whatever anybody would like. Right now I have the 3 hair colors. And again, I was doing a lot of research on this, and so they're not absolutely historically correct. One of the interesting things about the kings is that the 3 kings, they were not really sure how many kings actually showed up, and we all know that the kings came later. There's this really cute joke. What if the wise men had been women? And so they would have arrived on time, they would have helped deliver the baby, they would have brought a casserole, so and they would have given practical gifts. So I think that it's very telling that the gifts were gold, frankincense, and myrrh. That's another thing that the little kings have, their little gifts, which I don't have here. But the frankincense was always something that was offered to gods. Gold was for his humanity and for his life on earth to help him. And then the myrrh was an embalming spice. And so one of the interesting things is that the gifts approached him as a man and a god, and that he was born to die. So the gifts were very, very telling about, well, we might today think, well, that's not very practical. They were foretelling of his death.
Oh.
And so the kings, Gaspar is the eldest, and the kings represent the 3 stages of man. Supposedly Balthazar is 20, and he's the little guy with the turban.
Yeah, the turban.
And then we have 40 and 60. So they're supposed to represent the ages of man. They're very symbolic. So again, while we might not know who they were or how many they were, the traditions have come about with very interesting stories behind them.
Sure.
I've also typed up the research that I've had, and so each king has a little information on who he is and what kingdom he was supposed to represent.
Yes.
So I do have those, but I didn't bring them with me. But I thought it would be a wonderful opportunity to let children learn as they're playing.
That is wonderful, and I know there's still time before Christmas to go and get this very unusual gift for your child. So think of that, and it's Glen Agnes, and that's not hard to find. So
yeah, we do have a new security system, so you need to know my name, Rachel Carpenter, and then you have to give them my apartment number, which is 147, and good luck finding it. But
147.
If you call me, I'll make sure that I'm in the lobby and I can meet you.
That's wonderful. Thank you, honey, for coming in and bringing all of this beautiful stuff. And please come in again and bring some of the other characters you didn't see.
Thank you.
Okay, honey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We'll be right back.
CentralValleyTalk.com